Hey guys, welcome in this new vlog. I hope that all of you are doing great. So we are the 20th of June. It's currently 7 a.m. in the morning. So I'm still in the room. I'm getting ready now. I'll go eat and after I'll go in the trading room and see if we have any good trades potential for the day. And also I will show you guys, well, as always, what happened yesterday with my position. So let's actually get started with the day. Alright guys, so I just came in the room. Now I will do my little preparation on the charts as I always do. So let's actually get right into it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I just finished doing the preparation for today, so I will show you guys that later. But today there are not really any news event. The only thing that could move the market is the conference that we have at 4 p.m. for the GBP, but other than that, there was the interest rate this morning, but it did not move the market that much. It moved a little bit, but nothing crazy. So I don't think that it will be a very volatile day, not as much as yesterday and the previous day as well. So it will probably be a little more of a slow day, but still very, very interesting. And I have a few things that I want to show you guys. So let's actually get right into it. Okay, so let's start with what I left you guys with yesterday. So if you remember, I had taken a buy around here on the New Zealand dollar. It went up very strong and it came back down, and I decided to close the trade right around this area with a break-even trade. Now the reason why I did close the trade is because I was looking at a potential sell setup, and we also had a news later on during the day, and I was considering this news to actually be the start of a down move, which was another possibility that I was looking at. So what happened is just that with the news, well, instead of making a down move as I was thinking, it just went back up and it continued back up a little bit. So overall, I could have made a better trade because I could still be in that trade probably and be with some profit here. I got out of the trade at break even, so overall, there's no loss on that trade, right? It's a break even trade. So just to make it very clear as well, just like yesterday, I did not lose any money. I just could have made more than what I made. So that's basically the idea and what happened with this trade. And I think that this is something very interesting as well, because I'm not scared to show you guys that, right? I'm not scared to show my losses or my break-even trades or the opportunities that I miss. I don't mind sharing that with you guys, simply because every single trader has those situations. So I don't think it's something that we should hide in the first place. And I don't understand, the people who only show their wins and all of that, because everyone knows that it's not like that, right? Everyone knows that no one is always winning on and catching every single move on the market, so it's completely normal. So I think that this has to change in the industry, right? I think people have to become more real, and this is what I try to do with you guys, just to show you like the real and raw truth. This is why I started vlogging as well, just to show you guys really what it's all about, right? What are the results that you can get, what happens on a day-to-day basis in the life of a trader. So I hope that you guys are enjoying the realness of the content, because this is always what I try to push. So let's actually get back on the chart. Okay, so now let's take a look at the positions that I still have. So as you can see, they are going very, very nice, especially AUD USD and USD CAD. We also have Euro Yen and AUD Yen. So those two ones are not moving that much. They're pretty slow, but I think eventually it will start moving. But guys, look at especially USD CAD. This thing has been falling since yesterday. This is a 4-hour chart, right? Just to put you guys in perspective, I sold right around here, and now we're here. So as of now, this trade has multiple thousand of dollars of profit that is still running. I'm not closing the trade right now because I think that we will eventually see more downside, but this trade is running in pretty nice profit, and it's just going very nice. So I was not even expecting such a strong move, but hey, I will not complain, right? Because it's going in my direction. So nothing changed on that for the long term. Everything was still looking downside, which is why I just kept the trade and well, it's paying off right now because it's going very well. Same thing for AUD USD. You see that it went back up very nicely, and I think that it will continue during well, at the end of the week and also by next week. Those are the trades that I'm considering maybe taking a trade on today. I don't have that many good setups that I see on the market right now because most of the volatility was yesterday, so I don't think it will move that much today, and maybe that tomorrow we will get a better opportunity. But for now, those are the setups that I'm watching, and I will see if I'm able to get a trade on those pairs if any of my setups are confirming. But for now, it's moving not, you know, very aggressively, so this is what I'm looking at for the day. Okay guys, so it's now 11 in the morning. As planned, nothing is really much happening today on the market, so I will probably not take any trades or change anything during the day. So I want to end the video with a topic that I think is very interesting to talk about. So as you guys saw, I have few trades running, especially on USD CAD. The other trades are for even more long term than USD CAD, so nothing is really much moving there for, or you know, that is really important considering, you know, my trades that I have on the market. So I want to talk about the USD CAD trade because I think it's very interesting. So I posted this photo right here on Instagram, which is, you know, just the screenshot of the trade, and a lot of people, you know, reacted already to this post, asking, you know, my target or how did I get in the trade, you know, why did I stay in the trade and all of that. What you have to understand is that when you fully understand how those markets move, when you fully understand how the patterns create themselves and what is actually happening on the market, this is how you will be able to hold trades for the long term, right? Because I've already been in this trade for 3 weeks now, and it's still going very nicely in my direction. And in just few hours, I've received already quite a lot of messages from people telling me that they took the same trade, either at around the same area or a little lower, but they already closed the trade, right? They didn't have the patience to stick with the trade and just let it run, right? And so this comes back to understanding what you're doing on the market, right? A lot of people think that the way to build patience is to train your mind, right? It's to think positive, and it's to, you know, just tell yourself, okay, I need to be patient, I need to be patient. Not really, right? It's not that effective to do that. You can try it yourself. You will see it's not that effective, and you will most likely just not listen to your own advice and still not be patient. So the only real way and very effective way that you can build patience on the market is to actually understand what you're doing, is to actually know what the market is actually doing. Is, you know, it's very common sense, right? It's nothing crazy, it's nothing magical, it's just what it is. You need to learn perfectly what is actually happening on the market, the different scenarios that it can create, the different ways it can move, and all of that. And so when you have this clear picture in mind, it becomes very easy to hold trades, right? As you guys saw, I have some trades for the long term, and a lot of trades that I take as well are for the midterm. Sometimes I do take short-term trades, but it's more rare. Most of the time it's more for the midterms. And so the reason why I'm able to do that is because I know what I'm doing. I understand the markets and I know what can happen. So I'm never scared of the market, and I'm able to stay very patient. And so that's the reason that even though we got a very strong pullback on USD CAD, which I will repost the photo right here, you see that we got a very strong pullback on the chart, I still kept the trade. And the reason why is because upside, long-term upside, was not confirmed. Let me repeat that. Just because of the fact that we got a strong pullback does not confirm a reversal or long-term upside. The downside potential was still a possibility, and this is what happened. So that is why I kept the trade. Now, what am I going to do with the trade? Well, I think it will continue in my direction. Maybe not right now. I see the possibility of making another, you know, strong pullback before it goes. That is something that I'm looking at. So maybe not on the short term, but I think on the mid term, it will continue in my direction. Could I be wrong? Of course I could, right? As you guys saw yesterday, I closed a trade at break-even, and after it went in the initial direction that I wanted to, right? So of course, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm not, 100% always right. That's normal. Every trader is not always, 100% of the time right. So what is important to understand is that the only moment where I will consider closing my trade on USD CAD is if I see a change in the structure, if I see a reversal, if I see that it could turn to the upside on the long term, I will close the trade. If not, I will keep the trade. And I don't mind keeping trades, as you guys can see, for weeks or even months sometimes. I know it sounds, a little crazy because it's rare that you see, traders who keep trades for, the mid-long term. Most people like to stay in trades for a few hours, right? Or a few days, and after that it becomes like, oh my God, it's so long, right? So you need to have a long-term mindset, all right? And so this comes back to the idea that trading is a long-term game. Trading is a marathon, it's not a sprint, right? The goal is to have a good return on your capital, right? A good percentage of growth on your account every year, right? You need to have consistent return, and it doesn't have to be 500% per year, right? If you study the greatest traders of all time, if you study the people who make billions trading the financial markets, you will see that most of them are trading for the mid and long term, and they're not making like hundreds of percentage per year, right? They're not like growing their account like by 10 times every year, right? That's not what they're doing. That's not how they make money. They're maybe making 20, 30, 40, 50%, maybe even more than that, but usually what I've seen is between 30 and 50% per year. So in terms of percentage, it's still, very, very big if we compare it, for example, to people who just invest a little randomly their money in the stock market. It's still very, very good, right? But it's not like 500%. You don't need that. If you can make like 30 to 50% per year on a consistent basis, and if you are able to grow your capital, year after year, at the end, you will make a shitload of money, right? You will be extremely rich. But guess what? Most people don't have the patience to do that. Most people don't have this long-term vision. Most people just like to get in trades, few hours, catch 30 pips, right? and get out of the trade. They often end up as well over-risking. Because of the fact that they don't have this long-term mindset. They're trying to grow their account way too fast. They're trying to double their account every month or triple their account and all of that. So at the end, they end up, risking more money than what they should on each position, and well, they just end up losing money. That's the reality of the situation. That's what most people are doing. So you need to study the great traders, right? You need to study the people who have the results, who have proven their results, and who know what they're talking about. And so when you study those people, this is when you will start to realize all the things I said. Most of them trade for the mid or long term. Most of them are very happy with like 30-50% growth per year, because that's already way enough to have in order to make a lot of money in the market. Most of them, have a very good patience. Most of them know how to handle the different situations that the market can lead them to be into. Most of them always wait for a confirmation and all of that, all right? So keep that in mind. I think that this last part of the video is probably the most important one in this video, and probably in a lot of videos that I've ever recorded, because this is really what it all comes down to, right? When you study the right people, when you know what the greatest traders are doing, and when you fully understand what is actually happening on the market and how to manage your own positions, after that you become a very powerful and profitable trader. So I hope that you will just keep in mind what I just said. I hope that it resonates with you, and that you will start to adjust your mindset into thinking a little bit more long term and to see the big picture, right? And I'll say one of my favorite quotes one more time: trading is a marathon, it's not a sprint, right? So on that, thank you so much for watching this vlog. This was a little, well, it's not even shorter, it's even longer than the other ones, because I talked for sometimes today. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog once again and learned something from it. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like under the video. I would truly appreciate it. If this helped you, that would mean a lot to me. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.